Happy Monday, Antelope Valley. I hope everyone's well and that you had a pleasant weekend. It is June 8th, 2026. I'm Mark Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Troth Realtors, right here in Lancaster, California, bringing you this week's version of the Antelope Valley Real Estate Market Update, where week in and week out, we take a look at exactly what's going on in our local real estate market. Often our statistics for the Antelope Valley get lumped in with greater Los Angeles County, Southern California, and our market is definitely unique unto itself. Often I'll chat with people and they ask, well, they'll make statements about the market this way or that way, and so well, that could be true if you're looking at national headline Southern California, but our Antelope Valley real estate market definitely behaves just on its own, if you will. So, before we get into this week's statistics, I also like to point out that these statistics are courtesy of the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors MLS system. So, as we hit this second week of June, where are we at? Our active listings took a 2.3% jump up to 949 from 928 last week. Our pendings trickling down a little bit. And so, I'd like to see those up. One of the reasons they trickle down is that we had a pretty good week last week in closings that we'll get into here in a minute. Pending listings right now stand at 433 as of this morning, down from 442, so 2% decreased. Week over week number from June 1st to yesterday. New listings, as I said, nice little bump up, 104. That's 19 more than where we were prior week when we were at 85, representing a 22.4% increase in listings during last week. Median list price down just a hair, $2,500 to 497.5, less than a 1% decrease. New properties into escrow, actually a pretty decent week. 73 new properties into escrow. That was up from 58 the week prior, so it's almost a 26% increase. And then median number of days that those houses were on the market, 29, which is four less than the week prior. Here's that number that was somewhat responsible for the decrease of pendings, those properties in escrow under contract. Listings closed last week, 66. That's a 50% increase from the week prior when we were at 44. And the median list price of those properties, 466, up from 455 the week prior, to a 2.5% increase. Our absorption rate of all properties, 3.4 months, which basically means if you were to take those 949 active listings at the top of this chart, divide it by the number of closings for the last 30 days, which was 282, that would mean that it would take 3.4 months for all those properties to go into escrow and for all our active listings to go away. What that really reflects is that anytime you're 3 months or below, you're in a pretty good seller's market. Between 3 to 6 months, you're in a balanced market. Buyers have some negotiability. Sellers, best be trying to negotiate with buyers as they come along. And then anytime you're over 5, 6 months, you're definitely in a buyer's market. So 3.4, pretty decent. But if you follow this week in and week out, last week I said that I was going to take a look at a different absorption rate, and that is for properties 600,000 and up. And so if we take that number, which right now there's 266 listings on the market, 600,000 and up. In the last 30 days, there's been 63 of those closed escrow. So when you look at that, that's an absorption rate of 4.2 months, which is quite different than the 3.5. So as I talked a little bit about last week, is that represents that those upper price range for our valley are taking longer to sell. They're sitting on the market somewhat longer. Buyers are more cautious with what they do. They're really looking for properties that are in good condition, good location, good price, and then they'll make the move. So kind of a tale of two markets, if you will, between what the median sales price is of that 466 at 3.4% absorption rate to 600 and up, you're at a 4.2 absorption rate. So depending on on where you're at price raise if you're, thinking about going on the market or are on the market. Something different to kind of consider. But as always, if there's any other statistics, any other information about our real estate market that we can furnish you, please feel free to reach out to myself or any of our other trusted associates here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Troth Realtors, where we've been serving the Antelope Valley real estate market since 1957. All right, everybody, take care. Make it a great week, and we'll look forward to talking to you next Monday, which will be the 15th. All righty, bye-bye.